Huge exciting news to start your afternoon, as the third stimulus package bill will likely be introduced tomorrow. But I've had since last Sunday a 30-page summary from the Biden-Harris team that explains what's in it. And there's thousands and thousands of dollars for you, whether you are a couple, parent, single individual, hazard pay, SSI or SSDI, or just, donut guy. In this video, I'm going to go over the incredible details of the third stimulus package and why, when you see the bill announced, you're going to have to sit back and really have a pen and paper. But I'm going to make it simple for you because there's going to be over 21 items of stimulus that you could potentially get paid from. This is not a simple stimulus bill with one check. There's a lot of money for a lot of people, and many people qualify for multiple items, thousands of dollars each, some thousands of dollars per week in this bill. This is stuff you've never heard of before because this is third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Afternoons LALATE, the show in which I really go into the depth to get you thousands of dollars, and not just a measly single stimulus check. I'm talking about thousands of dollars, maybe tens of thousands or 20 of thousands of dollars. Why? Because a stimulus package is going to be introduced as a bill that you're eligible for all these incredible things, potentially. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member, like Jay Smooth, who became a member between videos. Said, hey, can I get a shout out? Yeah, you just got one, Jay Smooth. Congratulations. In this video, I'm going to be going over so much exciting news, so please subscribe and also hit that membership link. The membership link to become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP is in the pinned comment, the description, and also at the top of this video. In this video, I'm going to go over the no less than 22 items of the third stimulus package that will be introduced as a bill as early as tomorrow. I'm really excited for you. After this bill will be the SSI and SSDI, the $2,400. But even if you're on SSI, get ready, because if you got a kid or you're a single individual need rent, I got a lot of stuff for you as well in this video. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that the third stimulus package is incredible. It has 21 items at least. Of them, I have detailed them for the members of this channel in a PDF released yesterday, 2 days ago, called the January 18th PDF. And these are the items on the bottom of the PDF. I will be going over the items. If you're not a member, consider becoming a member or just follow along by taking notes with me. I'm going to be going over the items, which ones we know the details on and which ones we don't. Earlier today on Home LALATE, I asked viewers, hey, I have a feeling I'm going to have to bring back some old shows because there's going to be a lot of application applying stuff that are going to come under the third stimulus package law, like hazard pay, rent, business grants. Which ones do you want to have brought back? They said business grants and hazard pay and rent. So if you have a comment about what videos you want to bring back to the lineup, drop them in the comments below. All right, let me go over what's in third stimulus. Obviously, there is a $1,400 check. Individuals, married couple, double it, and children as well, $1,400. Adult dependents getting a $3,200 stimulus check. Then FPUC, $400 a week going forward to end of March. UI extended to end of March. PUA extended to March. SNAP, this is really exciting, great news. SNAP will be increased for another 6 months at 15%. Under the second stimulus package, it's increased for 15 months, 15% for 6 months. Now will be extended an additional 6 months for a total of 1 year. What is SNAP? It's food. How do you get it? Reach out to Department of Agriculture. How much does it pay? It generally pays, like a family of 4 in Hawaii, about $1,400 a month. Next, rent aid. Number 8 on our PDF. Number 7. This is really, really incredible. The Biden third stimulus package will have rent aid not just only for low income, but also for homeless and also for middle class. Homeless people will have rent aid to help get them into homes, and middle class will have rent aid because they were excluded under the second stimulus package. Next, utility aid, also for the middle class. And when I say middle class, you don't have to be unemployed. You don't have to have lost your home. You don't have to have no bank account. You can have a lot of stuff going decent and stabilized in your lifestyle, but just have problems financially making rent. You can qualify. Next, free internet, number 9. Free childcare, 10. We don't know those items yet. Number 11 and 12 actually became law today in a strange twist. So under the third stimulus package, there's an extension of the eviction moratorium and an extension of the and a new mortgage forbearance. They actually became a law by executive order today. Catch the video before this, and I've been predicting this since October. All right, so number 13, number 14, the big ones. Business grants and business loans. Yesterday, Janet Yellen, who's a Treasury appointee for the Trump-Harris cabinet position, spoke before a banking subcommittee. And she said of the $1.9 trillion bill that I'm going through right now, nearly 30% of it is for business stuff. What are they? First, business grants for existing businesses impacted by the pandemic. And ironically, we know nothing about it yet. We don't know the eligibility. We don't know the name. We don't know anything about it, the amount. I have a sense, this is my prediction, that it will likely be new business grants that are not duplicative of EIDL, meaning if you got EIDL, you can get this as well. Second, business loans. Viewers and members like Tia universally love this item. I do too. If you want to go start a new business, Joe Biden will give you money to go start a new business. Doesn't matter what type of industry it is. This is really incredible, great news. It's a business loan. Don't know the details, but by all accounts, it sounds like it's going to be a new instrument we've never seen before. Then comes the big money. $1,400 a week? Yes, this is not a stimulus check. This is a new item. This is number 15 on this video, on the PDF that the members get. What is this paid sick leave? If your child has to stay home from school because the school is closed, the child's healthy, you're healthy, you can get up to $1,400 a week if you have to stay home to take care of the kid. Family member gets sick because of COVID and you have to stay home and take care of the family member, $1,400 a week again. Or what about you have to quarantine? Don't have COVID, just been exposed to someone, have quarantine, $1,400 a week for you as well. And finally, if you have COVID, $1,400 a week. So this is a lot of moolah. How's it calculated? $73,000 annual salary is the benchmark. If you made more, you'll still only get $1,400 a week. If you made less, you get less than $1,400 a week. This is what I refer to as sort of as detailed stimulus. We sort of know what this is, so I don't expect any more surprises about this when the bill's introduced. We sort of know what it is. When I get to hazard pay in a second, you're going to hear I don't know much about it because we aren't being told much about it. This one, pretty detailed. All right, the next one, really detailed, but we don't know the eligibility about it. Student aid payment. They will give you $1,700 per college student. Yes, $1,700 per college student for financial aid. How do you get this? What is the eligibility? What type of age? All that type of stuff. Don't know that. That's why I got to see the bill tomorrow. But the number looks like it's exactly $1,700. All right, then we get to hazard pay. Hazard pay. This viewer said, can you bring back the hazard pay videos? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to bring it back. I made, what was it? 700 hazard pay videos, always the second video. It was originally in this time slot. This was the hazard pay time slot. And I went through Nancy Pelosi's hazard pay provisions of the HEROES Act for, all those hundreds and hundreds of videos. Well, applying for the hazard pay is going to be a whole thing. Who's eligible? Who's essential? How do you get it? All that type of stuff. Don't know anything yet. We'll know tomorrow. So don't send me a DM that says, my sister's brother's uncle works at a cat grooming, rejuvenation, meow, chorus, glee club. Am I essential? Are they essential? I don't know what that is, so I really can't answer it. It's not billed yet. There's an emoji for that. So just, stay with me till tomorrow when we find out if Glee Clubs for Cats is included. I don't know yet. Maybe dancing pairs. So don't know much about hazard pay. What we do know is how Joe Biden's going to separate it. It's hazard pay for public sector workers. That you're going to get paid by your city or county. He's going to give the money to them. They're going to pay you, so you won't have to do anything about it, and I won't have to cover it either, because there won't be any sort of explanation about it. He's going to leave it up to the local government. So if you're fire rescue, something like that, it's going to come through them. Private sector, Uber, Lyft, the big box retailer, grocery. How do you get it? What do you get? That's what that's what I will be covering on this channel. But I do have something. I don't have a Glee Club choir thing. I do have item number 20. This is detailed, and so this is going to be exactly like this. Earned income tax credit for hazard pay. So if you were an essential worker, you can get a $1,500 tax credit. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So if you made less than $21,000 and you're an essential worker, you can get a $1,500 tax credit. What's a tax credit? It's free money. How does it work? Stay with me. Towards the 15-minute mark of this video, I'm going to go over what are tax credits and why you need to be absolutely jumping up and down when you hear thousands of dollars of tax credits. And if you don't file tax returns, guess what? You're going to file tax returns now. You're allowed to, and you're going to, because you'll want to trigger these tax refunds. But what I want you to know for now is that this provision says essential workers, $21,000 or less, $1,500. Don't know again who the essential workers are. All right, now, with that, we get to the parents. The parents will get a double scoop of $12 ice cream under the third stimulus package. You parents are at item number 19 at the bottom of the PDF and the one at the top, number 20. This is incredible, great news. First, if you have a child age 7 to 17, you will get a $3,000 tax credit for that child, per child. If you have a child under the age of 6, you will get a tax credit of $3,600. This is what's going to be called the child tax credit under the third stimulus package. What do you have to do? Just have given birth. You're married to someone that gives birth, or be a grandparent of someone that gives birth. You just have to have a child. That's all you have to do. Fur babies are excluded. I am sorry. I've gotten a lot of messages about the fur babies. Maybe that'll be in the 20th stimulus package. But no, this is actually for for non-fur babies. This is a lot of money. Last night I had 2 people at the same time sending me messages, and that I was answering on Facebook and Instagram around the clock. I answer messages all day, all night, from all the platforms, and they're asking, they had multiple children, and they didn't file tax returns. They said, how do I get this, and what do I do? And I said, hey, first, let me explain how tax credits, what the concept of a tax credit is, and then B, yeah, this is something you're going to have to watch like a Purple Hawk. If you're not a Purple Hawk, this is why you join this channel as a member. Now, before I explain what a tax credit is and how you get it, let me go to the second one for parents. That's item number 21. If you have childcare costs, get ready, because here comes the deliciousness. Under the Biden plan, he will include increase the child care cost tax credit, meaning you could deduct 50% of your child care costs up to $4,000 for one child, or up to $8,000 for several children. Oh, yes. So I had one viewer last night said, are you kidding me? Now, this is for a child 13 years or younger. Oh, my goodness, the viewer said. So that viewer suddenly triggered an $8,000 tax credit. And that viewer also had the 2 children. So on the prior tax credit, $3,600. So that was what? $15,000. I got that viewer in 5 minutes. This is why this is a masterclass on stimulus. This is not that $600 stimulus check tracking website. This is where I get you lots of moolah. Okay, so now let's cut to what is a tax credit, the issue of a tax return, and the issue of whether you had filed a tax return. Let me go over these details. First, I'm not a tax preparer. I'm not an accountant. All I can do is read your bills and read your proposals of bills. And ultimately, you and I have to look at the law when it becomes law, and you need to consult with a tax preparer. But this is what it looks like so far. If you don't file taxes because you don't tax returns because you don't make enough money to be required to file a tax return, there is nothing that I'm aware of that prevents you from filing a tax return when you don't have to file a tax return. Meaning, if you only make $100 a year and you've never filed a tax return because you only make $100 a year, well, my understanding is you still can file a tax return with that nominal amount of activity at the top of the return. Why would you do it? Because of tax credits. What are tax credits? On the tax return, after there's 0, 0, zeros or negative numbers, you can get to the bottom of the return where it says tax credit. Yeah, 2 children, $3,600. Bam! Tax refund. It could potentially trigger a very delicious tax refund for you. Ultimately, you need to consult with a tax preparer to inform you whether this is true or correct, but that is how it looks to me as a non-tax preparer. This is a lot of money. Next, if you have filed a tax return and you're aware generally of these certain situations, but you didn't know this was in the pipeline, and you filed your tax return too early, not too early, but you filed your tax return early, and you're like, darn, I want this refund now. What do I do? Well, get ready to potentially, not yet, but to potentially do an amended return. You want to go to the IRS's website and download the amended return form and get it ready as you and I watch the bill formulate and then watch it become a law. And at that time, consult with your tax preparer and say, hey, it became a law. Here's the law. Do you think I should do an amended return? And if he or she says to you, then yes, then you would trigger that tax refund. Finally, if you're on SSI and SSDI and don't file tax returns, again, there's nothing that precludes you from filing a tax return that I'm aware of. So you too can also file a tax return and also trigger that refund. Ultimately, refer to a tax preparer for more advice. There you go. Wow, what a day it is. Earlier on this afternoon's LALATE, I went over the first stimulus check, the EIDL grant that's now being paid, the $10,000, the executive orders that created an eviction moratorium, mortgage forbearance, student loan debt, repayment moratorium today. Then I went over the SSI and SSDI in the video right before this. This video I went over third stimulus. The video right after this will go over your questions and more on what's unfolding today and what's happening tomorrow. Because guess what? Tomorrow there's 12 more executive orders at least. And then there's the bill. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that join link in the video's description, pinned comment, or the top of the video to become a Purple Hawk, Purple Cow, or Cowcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, stay positive, stay smiling, and stay about life for more.